This is day 5 of our transformations unit, and today we're going to do compositions. That means we're going to put two transformations together and create one image. So this one says the vertices are this, and we want to find the image or find the answer after we do a translation and a reflection. So we're going to kind of do both of these and then come up with the final answer. So A is at 2, 1. B is at 5, 3. And C is at 6, 2. So this is the kind of triangle we're looking at. And what I want to do first is do a translation and then a reflection. So I'm going to translate first in red, and I'm going to translate them left 8, and I'm not going to move the Y's at all. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's my new A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's my new B. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's my new C. But we're not done. This is not the final answer. That's just kind of like our stopping point. Now we're going to do a reflection over the x-axis. So right now, A is up here 1. So I'm going to go down here 1. This is my final answer. B is up 3, so I'm going to go down 3. That's my final. C is up 2. I'm going to come down 2. That's my final. So green is the final answer for the test. It helps if you put the red because then I can tell what happens, but you don't actually have to do this. You can also use matrices off to the side, do your translation, and then do your reflection, and you could come up with your points. But this definitely helps me see your work, how you slid it over and then you reflected it over. Okay? Let's try the next one. The endpoints, so we're just doing a segment here. So the endpoints of C are -2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And D is at -1, +3. So this segment, and they want us to first reflect it over the y-axis and then do a rotation. So I'm going to flip it over the y. D right now is 1 away, so that means it's got to go 1 away this direction. That's my new D. And then I've got C being 2 away, so that means that it has to go 2 in this direction. So C is right there. And I just want to make sure that that looks like a reflection, like I took this shape and flipped it over, and it does. So now let's tackle our rotation. We have a 90-degree counterclockwise, and if you remember your rules, 90 degrees counterclockwise is the same as a 270 clockwise. So what I'm going to do is just switch them and make the y negative. So right now what I have D at 1, 3, and I have C at 2, 6. So what I'm going to do is flip them. I'm going to flip their coordinates. And then I'm going to make this guy negative. So now I'm at -3, 1. And this is going to be, which one did I put first? Oh, I put D first, Miller. And then the other one is at -6, +2. That's my C. So does it look first like I did a reflection? Yep. And then does it look like I took that guy and rotated? Yep, it does. And I can do my check just to make sure. So going from D to the origin and then D to the origin looks like 90. And then C would be straight through, same thing. So it looks like I did it. Next one says describe the compositions. So now your job is to tell me what happened. Which combination of moves, which two moves did it take to go from A, B, C down to A prime, B prime, C prime. So first you want to look at how you went from this one to this one. That's definitely not a slide. It is not a reflection, and it's not a dilation. So it looks like this is a rotation. So it looks like I did a 90 degree, just turning it right there, and going that direction is counterclockwise. Once I got that far and I got there, then to move from here to here looks like a translation. Nope, sorry, it looks like a reflection because A has to match up with A and C has to match up with C. So it looks like I took that guy and I flipped it over. So then I have a reflection over the y-axis. Sorry, that is the x-axis. I am just struggling today. Let's do another one. Clearly I need the practice. To go from this shape to this one, remember you're looking for the 1 tick mark. That's our first move. So from there to there looks like a reflection, just flipping it over. And that is the x-axis. Whoops, you're running. You can't see me. And then to move from there to there, That's not a dilation. It didn't get bigger. It didn't rotate. It didn't turn itself. And definitely not another reflection because it's up there. And that is a translation. And then you want to say what it translated. So this went over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it went up 1, 2. So either you're going to get 2 and you're going to compose them together and get me the 2 movements that happen, or you're going to tell me what happened for the movements. A common mistake kids make is they'll do the reflection, they've got their original, they'll do the reflection, and then they'll ignore the red one and rotate this guy instead. So once you do your first one, don't go back to the start. Kind of cover him up and say, now I have to rotate this one. This is the one I'm going to rotate. This is move number 2. And you do it off like you keep going in progression. So you do this guy first and you move, and then you reflect. You don't go back to this and then do a reflection, okay? Good luck on compositions.